expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? It's hot now! It's hot now! Let's go! It's hot! We ready? I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready? I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Throwback Thursday. That's also the day we rock our HBCU gear. I'm rocking with Prairie View today. Felt like the purple and gold. Wanted to give them some love. And, of course, we're going to be talking about J.R. Smith. Going to be talking about J.R. Smith. I'm telling you now, if you got jokes, if you got comments that you want to make to the negative about J.R. Smith, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Yeah, I'm not playing those games today. Here is a let's see, NBA champion athlete that wants to go back to school, get his degree, chose to go back to an HBCU, and oh yeah, by the way, want to live his best life playing college golf if he's got some eligibility left. I'm for it. I'm for every bit of that. I'm here for it all. And I don't want to hear your trash, funny jokes. Call your other friends and y'all laugh and joke and all of that. Don't call in to the lunch break with that today. A, it ain't funny. B, folks get mad when the athletes leave school early, jump to sports, and, if they weren't playing sports, they'd be handing me my fries out of the drive-thru. Here's a man who say, I ain't handing nobody their fries unless it's my children. Hey, baby, you want your fries? He's trying to go back and get his college degree. Chose an HBCU, North Carolina A&T. And oh yeah, by the way, wants to make the golf program great by giving his all. Keith Hennig. J.R. Smith plays to a 5 handicap, perfect for the college game. I love it. I don't want to see your dumb memes. I don't want to hear about the last seconds up in Cleveland. I don't want to hear about him not wearing a shirt after they won a chip a while back. I want to hear about none of that. A grown man is making grown-up decisions. Let me say it right, and you ain't got to like it. A grown black man is making grown black man decisions about wanting to go back, get his degree, and help make the golf team great again. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, and want more of it. So yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up now. If you call me with the foolishness on J.R. Smith, I'm gonna give you what you came here for. Look, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, my little sister, what up, though? Kelsey doing big things. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got to get you back on the show. Man, I'm telling you. Kelsey said, I love J.R. Smith going to an HBCU and bringing attention to their golf program. That's what I'm talking about, Kelsey. There is too much good in this to be talking about the stupid. I said, and that's a cuss word for me. The S word, stupid, is a cuss. Shut up and stupid were cuss words in my house growing up. Too much good to talk about the stupid. It's inspirational, Kelsey said, for so many, and let's young men see another avenue. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the fact that it's J.R. Smith makes it even more meaningful. I love the story. I hope the NCAA doesn't do what I think they're going to do, and that's find a reason not to give this young man a chance to be great. I hope they can do their due diligence, find out he's got some eligibility, give it to him, and get some positive news going out of their offices than negative. I'm serious. I am serious. Kelsey said, let me know, big bro, when you want me back, and I'm there. Anything for you, man. You know what? Let me post that up so folks can see. You know, I'm rolling with the big dogs. I'm rolling with the big dogs. Kelsey Nicole Nelson, them. Yesterday was our brother David Grubb's birthday. I tried to get him on real quick just so we could love on him. But listen, David, happy birthday to you yesterday. We love you so much, man. Keep doing your thing on Crunch Time with David Grubb on 103.7 over there in Lafayette, Louisiana. Kelsey has been on the show there. I tell you, man, I love what he is doing. That brother has paid his dues, and on his another trip around the sun, we celebrate him. We celebrate. I got birthdays coming up, so if you want to get in your birthday, your special event, 281-453-1000, or text me at 832-403-5005. You can always email me at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. Let's see. Kelsey said, stop. You're Mr. Houston. I'm trying to be like you. Though you'll have to wear a Grambling shirt. I got Grambling. I got that GSU. What you talking about? What are you talking about? Now, the State Fair Classic is coming up. Prairie View versus Grambling at the State Fair over in Dallas, Fort Worth. And all I'll say is this: Grambling's got to turn it around. Grambling's got to do more than win the battle for the battle of the bands. Grambling got to get that football team together, and I think that they will be better this year. Let me see. Let me pull up my SWAC standings, power rankings, preseason power rankings. I got those. I'll tell you what, I got to take a break. Let me take my quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to have to break Kelsey's heart about her Grambling State Tigers. We'll do that next, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. It's Throwback Thursday.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Carr, and here is your winning strategy. No matter where you may find yourself in life, you must not allow where you are currently to become your final destination. If you can imagine where you want to be in your mind, you can tap into your future, and your future will begin to transform you. Your thoughts are a weapon that you can use to override your current situation. Your positive thoughts destroy all the negativity that may be hanging in the atmosphere against you. Sometimes when you hear people say they are sick because of what they feel in their bodies, they appear to get sicker. But immediately When they say, I feel good, those words and thoughts cancel out the sickness they were feeling. Use your words to alter your future.
It's back to school season at JCPenney, and the smart time to shop is now. Stock up on styles kids want and shop doorbusters all day Thursday to Sunday while they last. Like $11.99 select Thereabouts denim and $19.99 Arizona sneakers. Or use your coupon to save an extra 25% on select categories. Shop extended store hours all weekend. Weekdays are back in style. JCPenney. Doorbusters valid age 12 to age 15 and excluded from coupon. Coupon valid through 8/19. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for
don't let on you. I just sent you something, Kelsey. I just sent you a David
right
something.
now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 a.m., 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Got to give the people now. Give people what they want.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
This is Lakeisha, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org, also streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Again, gotta go light on my sister, my little sister, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, host of Listen In with KNN. She's also doing all kinds of amazing stuff. She covered the Olympics, did real-time updates from there, doing a lot for the Washington football team, and she is a Grambling State Tiger fan. So I had to tell her, Kelsey, here's what the lunch break has. Here's how the lunch break ranks them preseason now. This is preseason. It'll change as the season goes along. But in the SWAC West, number one up top, we got Arkansas Pine Bluff. They won the SWAC championship game last year, and they gonna run themselves right back to it again this year, in my opinion. Number two, you got the Southern Jags. Now they got a new head coach. And there was a little bit of drama around the coaching change, how it went down and all that. So there's a good chance that they can drop below that number 2 spot in the West. But these teams are going to have to step up to challenge them. Prairie View is going to have to put it all together. Prairie View, got off to a quick start in the spring, and then COVID hit, and then they got derailed. So, if Prairie View can get back on track early in this fall season, they could clearly challenge for that number 2, maybe even number 1 spot. Then you got Alcorn State, again, another team that has kind of been in the middle of the pack. Alcorn State got to kind of take that next step. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Alcorn State is representing the SWAC in the MEAC SWAC Challenge coming up at the end of this month. I'll be covering that game live and we'll be there. And, again, want a shout-out to Michelle Jenks. Thank you so much for giving us a shot all the way here from Houston. But, again, Alcorn State got a lot on their shoulders this year. Question is, can they step up to it? Will the Braves step up to that? We'll find out. And then you got Grambling. Grambling right now is going to battle Texas Southern for the worst team in the West. I don't want them to be there. I want them to be better, but Grambling has got to put it all together. They got to call on, the history and the legacy of that program. Can I say it right? Grambling's got to recruit better. Grambling has got to recruit better. And, me and Todd talk about this. Me and Longhorn Keith talk about this. Grambling has to get to the point where just because a young man is a 5-star athlete or a 4-star athlete, make the call anyway. Don't just automatically assume they're going to go to LSU or Alabama or, somewhere else. Make the call. I'm telling you, you got a good story there at Grambling. Use it. I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying go all in on it. And then Texas Southern. For a lot of reasons right now, me and Texas Southern ain't on good terms. I need them to come on. I know they got a new head coach. I know he came in right before the pandemic hit and everything like that. But coach, you got to pull it together. They did not bring you in to be worse than the last guy. They did not bring you in to be worse than the last guy. Big shout out to Miss Lady Andrews. How you doing? Miss Lady Andrew Vaughn. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in all the way on Twitter. All right, so then on the east side of things, people look at me like I have lost my ever-loving mind, but I will not back down from this. I've got FAMU coming in their first year in the SWAC, winning the eastern side of the division. And yes, I know that the SWAC champion from last year with the returning all-SWAC quarterback is in that same side of the bracket. But y'all ain't been paying attention to how good FAMU is. Y'all don't realize that FAMU had a better record than North Carolina A&T. And A&T is royalty in HBCU football. And oh yeah, by the way, look at the records in 2019. FAMU had a better conference record than A&T. FAMU ain't dropping off. They coming quietly. Everybody talking Pine Bluff. Everybody talking A&M, and I'm talking about Alabama A&M. Everybody talking about Alabama State. Everybody talking about Dion. FAMU is good. Do it. And you're going to look up and it's like, man, FAMU done locked up the East. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Then you got Alabama A&M, Akil Glass, going to be amazing. Again, I'm looking for him to be a legit NFL quarterback candidate. I'm really looking at some scouts to see this young man can play. If they think Mac Jones and the kid up at Coach Prime, I'm sorry, yeah, forgive me. I hope I didn't call him Dion. If I did, my bad. My bad. No, he ain't my coach, but I respect what he wants to be called by. But anyway, kid up at the Jets, Trey Lance and everything like that. Akil Glass got all that. Akil Glass has all of that. If you don't know, check him out. Pull him up on YouTube. Go look at some game film of Akil Glass, quarterback for Alabama A&M. Dude should have a shot on the next level. Alabama State battled Alabama A&M all last year. They'll do it again. And then Coach Prime, Coach Sanders, he got to do it. He can't. Yeah, he's doing great things on and off the field, but guess what? I still think they're going to need another year. He's got his son in at quarterback in his first season. The previous starters transferred out. I think he's going to Tennessee State. So Coach Prime is still working the plan. I think that's going to have him somewhere around third or fourth in the SWAC East. Then you got Bethune, who is not bad. Bethune-Cookman is not trash. And then you got Mississippi Valley State. They got a lot of work to do. I've got the SWAC championship with FAMU and Arkansas Pine Bluff, and I got FAMU dancing off with it Rattler style. I got FAMU dancing off with their first ever SWAC championship Rattler style. And oh yeah, by the way, don't sleep on their band either. Don't sleep on their band either. All right, let me take a break. I'll be right back.
If Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Todd Delaney, and right now you're listening to the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show with AJ.
Appreciate you, Todd Delaney, with your worshiping self. I mean, I nothing but love for that dude right there. Nothing but love for that dude right there. All right, listen, I got to give you my Texans training camp update. It was kind of interesting today. So the Texans have decided that they are listing Deshaun Watson as not first, not second, not third, but fourth on their depth chart. The Texans have decided that they're listing Deshaun Watson as fourth on their depth chart. And okay, I get it. Deshaun is not going to play Saturday when they travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers at 7 o'clock Central. Aaron Rodgers is not playing. We're going to get a heavy dose of Jordan Love and others. But with this one, it's just a little different. It's not just about Saturday's game. It's the whole, I don't think they expected Deshaun to show up for training camp. I still don't think the Texans quite know how to handle this whole situation. And I'm talking particularly about the general manager. First time GM, new organization. Yeah, he's trying to run it like they ran New England. And he is using the playbook written by Ron Wolf. But I think Nick Caserio is doing a juggling act that maybe we're not giving him enough credit for. I'm not saying he's doing a great job at it. I'm just saying he's having to juggle things that most teams don't ever have to deal with at all. So listing Deshaun as the fourth string quarterback for Saturday's game does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. We already know he's not traveling. We already know he's not playing. But it's a bigger subliminal message of we want him back. We don't want to trade him. We don't want to get rid of him. But we have no idea what's going to happen with him. And they're not taking any first team, second team, third team reps away from the other guys. He's running with the fourth string team. And he hasn't run team drills in the last 3 days that I know about. And then this past, or today, he walked by a group of folks and he's like, why do y'all keep filming me? It's the same old stuff every day. I mean, you know, there are folks that'll make a big deal about it. Oh, yeah, Deshaun has turned into this dark person. He's in a dark space. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's it at all. I mean, got a lot going on. It ain't like he's just, you know, it's a regular Thursday. Got a lot going on. So, and again, I'm not even dealing with the whole legal part. You know, oh, he brought this on himself. I'm not dealing with all that. I'm not dealing with all that. I wanted to be an attorney. I'm not. I'm not. Before all this happens, I know this. Deshaun wanted out of Houston. Yeah, but AJ, all this, no. Before all of this, Deshaun wanted out of Houston and was adamant about it, was sold out about it. Stop associating with Texans, stop dealing with the front office. Deshaun wanted out of Houston. All the other stuff aside, that fact has not changed. And now a new administration, front office, general manager, vice president of football operation, whatever you want to call it, a new person's having to deal with it. So they're literally saying one thing 1 minute, like, oh yeah, well, he's not running with the first team because we're concerned about his conditioning. We knew that wasn't the case. Deshaun Watson out of shape is 10 times better than Davis Mills in shape. And Driscoll, by the way, combined on their best days. Tyrod Taylor, a little different. Tyrod Taylor is a QB1. Them other cats are not. And having been out there and just looking at drills, not even looking at effort. And, you know, Davis Mills, he's got a good spin on the ball. Ball looks good coming out of his hand. Tight spiral, a lot of rotation, good stuff. That's what you want out of that position. But timing and speed of reading the information and making definitive decisions about it, nah. Well, Deshaun held the ball too long, not because of that. Deshaun held the ball too long because, and this is just me, and I know y'all gonna be mad at me for saying it, Deshaun held the ball too long because he had some trash plays that he was trying to make work. Dig in my ear hole real quick. Deshaun was running for his life behind an offensive line that hadn't come together yet. That's why Deshaun was holding the ball as long as he was, and the previous head coach turned that into a negative when it was a job saver. That was your lifeline, bro. Davis Mills doesn't have those skills or luxuries. Davis Mills is hanging on to the ball because he's still trying to figure out, oh, okay, that's what you meant when you said he's going to be right there. Oh, that's what you mean when, oh, okay, I see it now. He's still trying to process it, and it's coming along slowly. Driscoll, perennial backup. I mean, he can do it, but whatever. Tyrod Taylor, you can see, he's just getting used to the offense. He's not having any kind of timing, speed of the game problems and all that. And, oh, yeah, by the way, nobody's being chased by, players who have the ability to hit them. So, some of this processing that Davis Mills is doing, he could be doing because he's got time to do it. But come Saturday, the Green Bay Packers are not going to not hit him because he's wearing a red jersey or has the, don't hit me thing on top of his helmet. So I say all that to say the Texans have two quarterbacks right now, Tyrod Taylor and Deshaun Watson. And while the organization does not want to trade Deshaun for whatever reason, unless they get exactly what they want, and I understand that, I don't think any team is going to give that up not knowing what's going to happen with Deshaun. I don't believe that. In fact, here's an article. When I first read this article, I was kind of upset about it. But then as I read it again, and I do that, I'll read it 3 or 4 different times before I make my decision about whether or not I'm gonna run with it. This one right here actually may be closest to the truth. Jay Hart, Yahoo Sports. Jay Hart, Yahoo Sports said, earlier this week, Texans general manager Nick Caserio was asked on a Houston radio show if Deshaun Watson will play the team's preseason opener against the Packers on Saturday, and he said, I don't expect him to play. Let's cut to the chase here. Unless in the next few weeks, Watson settles with the women who have accused him in varying degrees of sexual assault, he isn't playing at all this entire season and may not even if he does settle. That really might be the truth. And he's not going to be traded either, Hart says. Jay Hart, Yahoo Sports. The idea that Watson's status for 2021 is some up-in-the-air mystery is nonsensical. He's facing 22 civil lawsuits. The deposition for those lawsuits will take place next month. Watson himself cannot be deposed until February. Even if the NFL were to complete its own investigation in the next few weeks and find that Watson's completely innocent, the civil cases, unless settled, will not be tried until well after this NFL season. Is the NFL going to try to usurp the actual justice system? It says Roger Goodell has not taken the step of putting Watson on the commissioner's exempt list, which would prevent him from playing, if only because Goodell hasn't had to. If the Texans were to try to put Watson on the field this preseason, then Goodell would be forced to make a decision. But again, his hand has not yet been forced. If and when it is, there is no way Goodell is allowing Watson near an NFL full field. The backlash would be too strong, the benefit negligible. That means all this talk about a trade market for Watson, even at a steep discount, is just talk. I really think that guy, Jay Hart, Yahoo Sports, might be right. I'm not saying I agree with that's the way it should be handled. I'm just saying he might be right. I'm saying whenever the Texans decide, okay, we're going to let Deshaun play, I think then you're going to hear from Commissioner Goodell saying, no, you're not. I just feel like we need to keep him off the field. I don't see Goodell getting ahead of the justice system. Well, what about what they did with Ezekiel Elliott? He didn't get ahead of the justice system. He went in a different direction than the justice system. The justice system had already said no charges. Goodell looked at his evidence and even went against his own investigator and said, nah, there's all this other stuff that he's done since this has happened that tells me we got to sit him down for a little while. And it ended up being, 6 games. So even if a team steps out on some kind of proverbial faith and gives the Texans everything that they want for Deshaun, are they going to be the ones to try to force Commissioner Goodell's hand by trying to play him? I don't. The teams that they're talking about, I don't see any one of them doing that. Philly can't get away with that. Miami definitely can't get away with that. And who? Denver? The Raiders? Maybe the Raiders in Vegas? Maybe. But they're trying to build a brand, not tear one down the second year after having gotten there. I got a caller. Stay right there. I got to take a quick break. I'll come right back to you right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours, any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately, with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
2.3 FM.
All right, I guess somebody did a drop for me. I must have had it in the wrong spot. Let me take that one back. I'll do that one again. Anyway, let me go to the phone line. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, kyokradio.org. Phone line is lit up, 281-453-1000. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
AJ, lunch break is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, caller of the year 2017, still calling long and strong. What's up, brother? How you be?
Wonderful. AJ, how did the Texans think that Deshaun wouldn't show up for training camp?
I don't think they. I really do. I think that one caught them off guard. I really think that they thought he was going to hold out, and part of me feels like they were hoping that he would hold out because the new rules and the collective bargaining agreement say that once you fine a player, you can't take those fines back. You gotta charge them, and you got to figure it out another way. So I think that they were ready to do that as opposed to what they're stuck with doing now.
Well, absolutely. And despite, I'm gonna put it on God. Despite the mistakes that we encountered, we still have obligations that we still have to adhere to. Sean still have a job, despite the allegations that that's against him. He still has a job, and he has to follow the protocol until something else changes. And that's with any guy. We're just not talking about Deshaun. We're talking about people that working or under a contract. Cuomo still had a job, despite the allegations that he had against him. Until something else changes, you still have to adhere to your job.
Yeah, I agree with that, Ferdinand, but I will say this. There are some industries where sometimes it's better not to have that person in the forefront. I mean, there's a lot of businesses out there, but not all of them have the kind of media attention as a pro football team, basketball team, company like Apple or IBM or something like that. So when you've got an embattled executive, sometimes what they do is they move that executive out of the spotlight and let everything die down. And then after everything is resolved, then they put them back in the spotlight.
So that's what the Texans are doing with Deshaun. They're just moving him out of the spotlight, doing what they need to do right now. They have to go forward with a whole different quarterback, a whole different setup. To hold on to Deshaun until after, like you say, next month. Whatever the results be, if it's not too damaging, where he's opted out of the NFL, then you go forward. You see that they don't want to get rid of Deshaun. Why? Because other teams, knowing that if Deshaun gets clear, he's still valuable. And I'll tell this to the people, AJ, there's some other situations in the NFL, situations much worse than we see what Deshaun is. They still playing in the NFL. And so have to go through the system, see what the system has to say about it, and then you go forward. So it's a very, very delicate situation. Sometimes I just wish this nightmare just get past, because sometimes it's hard to.
Yeah, it is. I'm sitting here reading an article. I knew this was going to happen. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk has picked up an article saying Deshaun Watson bristles at daily filming of him leaving practice field. And it says on Thursday morning, quarterback Deshaun Watson walked off the field with cameras rolling, and he didn't like it. "Why are you always filming me every day?" he said. It's the same blank. And it's like, you're making a lot out of nothing. I mean, that's what happened, but it wasn't like he growled at, the reporter standing there. And it's one of those cases where, man, people are going to pile on this no matter what happens. If he's proven to be innocent, folks are going to pile on. If he's proven to be guilty, they want to bury him. And it's just like, man, this is why the Texans need to do something. The Texans tried to cancel practice early the other day, and the NCAA, the NFL wouldn't allow them to do it. And I think I now understand why they were trying to get practice done early, so that, they can get their players off the field without having to go through, us in the media.
Professionalism goes a long way. And just because you're in the media, you're in the spotlight, that don't mean that you have all the professionalism that you need. It's a lot of really hardship right now in the Texas because of the situation. What an owner in mind, say if I was the owner of the Texas, I'd have to go to the judge, and we'd have to sit down at the table and make it best for the team and itself until these allegations come to a head and figure out what's going on. Because what happened yesterday, it shouldn't have happened. It's just like paparazzi following AJ around. At some point, you're going to get tired of it if that's not what you want. So the thing about it, I think that Texans do have to do something. And if you don't want to continue to be ridiculed, I'll have to get with the Deshaun people, and we have to come up with an agreement that it best helps both parties.
Yeah, that part right there is legit. They need to get with Deshaun's people and they need to decide the best way forward for everybody. I'm also going to throw this out as well. One of my colleagues says that they don't believe that Nick Caserio wants Deshaun. He knows, they know that the organization doesn't want to give Deshaun up. And I said before, they cannot have another trade like what they did with DeAndre Hopkins. They got to get value back for Deshaun. But my colleague does not believe that Nick Caserio wants Deshaun on this team because Caserio, coming from New England, never had these kind of issues with a quarterback. Yeah, they had the spy gate. Yeah, they had the deflate gate, and I hate those gates. But they had all that, but nothing like this. So they kind of believe that Caserio wishes that the organization would move on from Deshaun, and or the commissioner would put him on the exempt list so that Caserio can run his camp the way he wants it run.
Well, if there's no criminal charges, found guilty and it just be civil, then he still, I imagine, would be able to still play, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's too delicate for me to just continue to go forward with it. But I just hope what's best for both parties, that they can resolve it and come together as men. At some point, AJ, man, look, somebody has to be intelligent about the whole situation. It's an ugly situation. We hope and pray that whatever needs to be resolved, that justice prevails. And that's all I can really go on that with my brother.
Yeah, my thing is this, the Deshaun thing aside, I'm trying to see what this team is going to be. They were 4-12 last year.
How much were they, AJ?
They were 4-12 last year.
Who gave you the 4?
Deshaun.
No. I gave you that 4 win.
Oh, you did. Oh, my bad. You know what? Ask me again. Let me try it again. Ask me again.
Brother AJ, who gave you those 4 wins before the season got started?
Call of the year 2017, Ferdinand.
Okay. So I dissected it. I took it for what it was worth, and I came to my friend. I said, look, AJ, look. I looked at the schedule. I looked at the only one was helping them win the game was who, AJ?
Now, you know who it was.
Create those plays. Yeah, if he didn't create those plays, they don't even get 4 wins.
Deshaun Watson threw for more yards and more touchdowns on a 4-12 team than any other player in NFL history. So let that speak for itself. You can say whatever you want to say about, Deshaun held the ball too long and all that nonsense that Bill O'Brien put out there. But at the end of the day, without him doing what he did, the way he did it, you don't get all those yards, you don't get all those touchdowns, and you don't get those 4 wins.
Well, within 3 or 4 seconds, the play is over. So if he doesn't scramble, if he doesn't come around till his men get open, the play is already busted because the man wants to win. He just wants to be a champion.
Yeah. There's
nothing wrong with any individual right there who knows their ability and who wants to fight for everything they have to be a champion. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care who they name.
Yeah. I just love it how nobody talks about Aaron Rodgers holding the ball too long. Nobody talked about, and watch this. Josh Allen runs the ball a lot for a quarterback. Look at his stats. So, folks don't talk about him holding the ball too long. I just hate when it's stereotypical. I mean, if you don't like the dude, don't like the dude. If you don't care for him at his style of a quarterback, don't care for that. But don't pile on just because it's stereotypical. I don't like that. That's where you lose me.
I don't need it, AJ. No matter what happens, with Deshaun going forward, Deshaun has really put up some numbers that quarterback.
Well, like I said, legal stuff aside, Deshaun Watson is going to be a valuable quarterback for somebody's franchise. Probably not going to be the Texans. We'll see what happens up in Green Bay. I hope Tyrod Taylor does well. I don't have much faith in Driscoll or in Davis Mills, but we'll see. We'll see. And I don't know what it is with Nick Caserio and all these running backs that he's trying to stack up. Dude's got like 8, 9, 10 running backs on the roster right now. And we can't have too many of them. Bruh, your running backs ain't playing defense, so you better get that defense together and quit stacking up all these running backs, Mr. brand new GM. I'm about to mess up my credentials, man. Ferdinand, let me get off this phone. I got to do birthdays, man.
All right, have a good one. Appreciate you.
All right, tell my sister I said hey.
Okay.
All right, Ferdinand, Call of the Year 2017. Let's see. CJ said, I just noticed I've been listening to this show for 3 years, 2018. CJ, thank you. Look, I ain't mad. I appreciate it. Look, I'm trying to do even bigger things. Look, I'm trying to get us a TV network to go with it, trying to get some other platforms for the show. What's crazy is people will look at one platform and say, oh, he ain't got but 9 listeners on YouTube, or he ain't got but this many listeners on Twitter. Man, AM 1140 and FM 92.3 and our internet stream, kyokradio.org, have been around for a long time. AM 1140 has been in this market since 1964. There are people who've been listening to this station since some of us have been alive. And one thing I love about this station and our owner and our general manager is they have created a loyal base, predominantly in the Black community. And I'm grateful for that. And no, maybe we ain't all on social media. Maybe they're not going to stream it on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. But baby, they will click on AM 1140 in their car or in their home or next to their dinner table, and they'll listen. And I love that. And I will never chase one more than I will appreciate the other. So I'm so grateful for our 1140 listeners. I'm so grateful for our 92.3 listeners. I'm grateful for the folks that listen all the way around the world on kyokradio.org. I am happy. And that's why I say ESPN can call me, say, yo, primetime, Sports Center, evening. You got it. No, thank you. Let me recommend David Grubb. Let me recommend Kelsey Nicole Nelson. Let me recommend Kris Gardner. Let me recommend Ben Sutterth. Let me recommend them. I'm not interested. That's something that money can't buy. And I'm not giving it up. Not at this stage in my life. If I was 22, 23, it'd be a different story. I'm not. I'm so grateful for the KYOK radio family. So grateful. I'm grateful for you all. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Grateful for you. All right, so now let me get to these birthdays real quick. Got some really great birthdays today. I want to get to them. Let's see. Hang on. Happy birthday going out to my little niece. They call her Coach Bay. Dee Dee Williams coached at South Carolina State. Been on the show a couple of times. Got to have her back on. She's celebrating her 29th birthday. Sylvia Alteration is 52 today. Adrice Smith, that's my cousin, named after my grandmother. She's celebrating a birthday today with brother Vincent Powell with his singing ministry self. He's 36 today. Eric Johnson celebrating a birthday with Miss AKA Kim Haggard Warren celebrating a birthday, along with the queen of drama, Dahlia McCutcheon. Dahlia does some amazing shows. Jane Mwangi over in Kenya celebrating a birthday with Starlene Stringer, great broadcaster up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All of them celebrating birthdays. And let me get to the celebrity birthdays. Celebrity birthdays for the day. Y'all remember Lynette Woodard? Lynette Woodard was the first woman to play with the Harlem Globetrotters. Today is her birthday. She's an Olympic gold medalist from 1984. And Mr. Quiet Pistol tennis champion, I'm talking about Pistol Pete Sampras, celebrating his birthday today. He was born in 1971. Y'all remember Antoine Walker? Played with the Boston Celtics, came out of Kentucky. It's his birthday too. And how about Plaxico Burress? Let me tell you something. Don't ever go to him for shooting lessons. I'll leave that alone. But Plaxico Burress was part of that New York Giants team that put to rest the New England Patriots team that was trying to go undefeated. Plaxico Burress actually caught the touchdown pass after the great helmet catch and the great escape by Eli Manning. And then Tyson Fury, British heavyweight champion boxer, was born on this day back in 1988. All right, let me get these birthdays out. Come on, sing to them, Usher.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right, happy birthday. I got a very special birthday and guest that I'll have in tomorrow. We'll do that then. All right, we'll be right back right after this.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM A222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it?
Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now.
Let's go.
Let's hunt.
We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, I love we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, that was his first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK. Streaming live on KYOKradio.org, also on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Again, I want to appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's see. Somebody was asking me who the backup quarterbacks for the Texans are. Jeff Driscoll is the immediate backup to Tyrod Taylor. And then you've got Davis Mills, and as you heard earlier, Deshaun Watson is on the is listed fourth on the depth chart. Jeff Driscoll is in his sixth season out of La Tech. Didn't he? Where did Driscoll play before he went to La Tech? Let me look that up because I thought Driscoll wasn't he part of the University of Florida or was it A&M? I hold on. I gotta look it up. Jeff Driscoll, there he is. All right, Jeffy, Florida and Louisiana Tech. That's right. He transferred from Florida, lost a starting job there, and went over to La Tech. He was a sixth-round pick in 2016. Jeff Driscoll is not going to be. He ain't going to be the man in place of Tyrod Taylor, or will he be the man in place of Deshaun Watson? So Jeff Driscoll is like the dude that's Kris Gardner. Jeff Driscoll is like the dude that how many are on the NBA roster?
17.
17.
Officially
Jeff
now.
Driscoll, like number 15 out of 17.
Okay. So if he plays, that's a bad thing, then, right?
It's either mop up time or a whole lot has gone wrong. See, that's what I get whenever I talk about Whenever I talk about Brad Stevens,
God don't like ugly.
Or his nephew Jeff Driscoll, I'm in trouble.
See, there you go.
I need to learn. Let me just do this, man. Let me just.
I'm glad you can laugh that out, brother, because that was funny.
Woo. Hey, man, I've gotten to that stage where I can laugh at myself, man. I have to, man.
Me too. I'm at that age too. I just whatever.
Man, listen. He tall, he light-skinned, he bald-headed, and he can make a mean macaroni and cheese. I'm talking about none other than Kris Gardner from Houston Roundball Review. What it do, brother? What it do?
How you doing, man? And I sing and I bake cookies and stuff like that too.
You know what? And
but I digress.
I don't mean to sleep on your singing, man. I've only got a chance to witness it once. And you did a little bit for us after I had to beg you, man. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Well, you and Willie, and I don't know Andy. I'm going to leave him out of it. But you, Willie, Todd, David Grubb, man, y'all be making me beg, man. Y'all make me work hard for the money, man. Why is that, man?
You ain't female, man.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, now you know, if my queen asked me to sing, I'd ask her what key. You know what I mean? So yeah.
You're gonna make me call her. You're gonna make me call her and say, look,
call her because she lost my number. So something. So
well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. This just you me talking, ain't nobody else listening. You took too long with that daggone macaroni and cheese, doc. That should have been there soon as she said, can you, baby, check your door.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with my other thing that I requested from her. So, okay. If that's what it is, then she should have said so instead of ghosting me.
She ain't ghosting you.
Yes, she is.
And you know what to do. You know how to get unghosted.
Move on. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, yeah.
No, she ain't one of the ones you move on from, bro. She one of the ones you like, baby, we got to work this out.
No.
Look,
work out what?
Call her mama, man. Call her mama.
That's what I should do. That really is what I should do.
That's what I'm talking about. You talking about moving on. Call her mama.
That's what I should do. Too bad I don't have her mama's number, but anyway.
Bro, she all over social media. Just hit social media. Her mama watching.
So yeah.
I don't know. I can't believe. Wait a minute now. I gotta be this friend. You ready?
Go ahead.
I can't believe you blew that one.
She ain't the first, gonna be the last.
Oh, Kris.
Next.
Kris, there's a hierarchy to this.
There might be, and it would matter more if I cared.
Okay, Kris, our brother Willie just gave you some valuable information.
Next, don't care.
You can see it. Kris, look at your screen.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I see the screen. Don't care. Don't care. I'm too old to beg. Don't care.
You ain't nobody telling you to
no.
beg.
I don't care. Okay. If I reach out to you and you don't respond, I'm not going to sit there and do it 3, 4, 5 times. I'm done with all that stuff. No. Next.
She ain't in that category, Doc.
Yes. Clearly she is. Clearly she is. Next.
Willie,
no.
Willie, we need to do an intervention.
I tell the same thing. Don't care. I don't care enough for all that stuff. Don't care about all that.
Call me. We need to do an intervention, man. Our little brother is going off the rails.
Don't care. Don't care. Do not care that much. Don't care.
So it's Mark Wahlberg. It's Donnie Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is hilarious. I heard him on the NFL Network the other day. And somebody wished Mark good luck. He said, I don't need it. I've never been an underdog. I've never come in last, ever. and I'm just, and he, he was joking, but the way he sounded so serious, man, I was like, this dude is hilarious, man. I need you to be like Mark Wahlberg right now. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Willie Gibson. Big Brother, don't do it.
Talk to him, man.
It's done. Next. Here's what I think of that.
Willie.
You've come too far.
Willie,
No, I haven't.
Too much time.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
What's that song? What's that song Mary sang? I don't believe he brought me this far. And nobody told you the road was gonna be easy.
There it is. You didn't come this far just to come this far.
Man, you better say it. I felt that in my belly. Say it again.
You didn't come this far just to come this far.
Come on, bro.
Where am I going? Where have I come?
Bro, you in rare air. Like you in
No, I'm not. Apparently, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Say something else to him, Willie. I'm out of words, man.
I know I'm certainly losing on myself. Wow.
No, you lost.
Get the Holy Earl out.
Lost. Move on. Next. Don't
Willie,
care.
Get the Holy Earl out and
don't care. Don't care. I'm so hurt. I'll be doing fine next week. Don't care.
Kris, lean your forehead over to my hand. Come over this way. Come on.
Don't care.
Come on.
Don't care.
I got some hand sanitizer. I'm gonna anoint it.
That's good.
Wow.
Don't care.
First the Bad Boys break up, and now this.
I know.
Yeah, boy, ain't that
Bad
something?
Boys, Commodores, Menudo.
I'm crushed. I'm devastated. What else am I going to do? Whatever will I do?
You like Walter Orange leading the Commodores right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. I need Lionel Richie.
Yep. Well, I can sing like Lionel, but okay.
Give me 3 times a lady real quick.
So, nope.
Just to be close to you real quick.
Nope.
Oh, girl.
Nope.
Oh, man. I don't even want to do the show no more, Willie.
I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Willie?
I don't know we joke and we clown through right now. I don't know what to say.
Willie. Willie, I think we got a better.
See you Sunday, Will. 5:30. Folks talking sports. Me, you, and Andy talking sports.
Wow. Okay, yes, you will see me Sunday at 5:30.
Looking forward to it.
I'm coming on the show. I'm coming on. I'll be on the stream talking about you and you know who.
Yeah, that's fine because I'll be in control and I can block you.
No, don't be blocking me. I hate when I get blocked.
So it ain't no big deal to me.
I get blocked more than I let y'all know.
No big deal to me. Apparently I do too, but that's okay. Next, ain't the first, won't be the last. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Wow.
I got no words, man.
Keep it moving.
I mean, I tried with the, this return from Tokyo, international travel. I mean,
Opera and Shingu's look really good the first 2 games Summer League, hasn't he? He's really good. His defense is better than folks think. He's looked really good. So, yeah, kudos to him.
I think we got the better end of the trade on Evan Mobley and Jalen Green. I think we got I'm glad we went Jalen Green than Mobley.
I mean, I won't go about that after 2 games, but okay.
Wait, hold on, Willie. If you can go off like you've been going off on my girl, I'm going off on Evan Mobley. I'm glad we got Green.
Okay. You want Max Strus too?
No.
He scored 32 yesterday.
No.
He scored 32 yesterday.
Sagoon and Green. That's all I care about right now.
Okay. Jalen Green it's gonna be fun covering the Rockets for the next few years. I'm looking forward to it.
25 points for Green, 20 points for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Against dudes that's gonna be in the G League and come October.
Truly, that is true.
Willie, that Chris Gardner spirit is getting on you right now. You being real negative right now.
But that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
My hypocrisy only goes so far. I'm not going.
That's why I brought up Max Strus. Max Strus scored 32 yesterday. You want him instead of Jalen Green?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I'm good with this. I'm good with this lineup right here. I'm good with Green, Porter, Jashawn Tate, Christian Wood, and Sagoon. That's what I'm good.
See,
with.
that's what I think they should do. I'm curious to see if Steven Silas will go that young. Might be the best 5, but I'm kind of curious to see if that's what he'll do to start the season. Maybe come February, that might be it.
I'm just telling you right now, if you're gonna do this thing, do this thing.
Because I'm good with that. My only thing is, would you want Jason at the 3 or the 4? That's,
I don't care.
That's my only thing because I don't want John Wall playing.
Right.
I don't want Eric Gordon playing.
Yeah.
I don't want House playing.
Me neither.
So let's go with your lineup. Come off the bench with Josh Christopher, who's looked really good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And just go from there.
Yeah. Now don't leave
Garuba.
out.
Garuba.
Yeah, don't leave Kenyon Martin out. Don't
KJ,
don't
and
leave him out.
Daniel Tice. That's 9. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Willie Cleveland don't want to come get none of that.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you.
You want that 5? Okay, that's the 5 you want. Bring them to Milwaukee.
You want, but now he.
Oh yeah. That ain't gonna win a championship enough next year. Oh, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
I said Cleveland don't want none of that. I didn't say Milwaukee didn't want none of that.
Oh, Cleveland can counter that. Cleveland put Darius Garland at the 1. For now, we'll put Colin Sexton at the 2. Isaac Okoro at the 3. Evan Mobley at the 4. And Jared Allen at the 5. We'll do that.
Yeah. I like that 5 too. Yep.
Yeah, I was talking with we got Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. We also have Willie. Why am I getting ready to call you
Willie Gibson?
I'm about to call him Willie Grubb. I'm about to put you and David Grubb in one family. Willie Gibson from Will Knows Podcast. They do Folks Talking Sports on Sundays. I got them both on the show together. I was talking with a basketball insider today, and he said these words that I have been avoiding saying. He said, AJ, what y'all are building in Houston is very similar to what Mark Jackson said that they were building in Golden State.
That's going too far because I don't see any snipers. There's no Klay Thompson or Steph Curry on this team.
Well, and funny you should say that because I said that. And he's like, I'm not talking about identicality. I'm talking about guys who right now folks don't know enough about them or they're shortchanging them. Because remember, folks knew that Steph could ball. They just didn't know if he could overcome his ankle problems. A lot of
Good
folks
point.
didn't think Klay could ball. Klay was showing that he could ball in the Summer League or in the G League. Because he was a second-year player, remember? He went and ran with the summer team. And then once they got it all together, guess what? Rest is, as they say, history. Doesn't have to be identical.
Did this person say when the Rockets were going to get back to the playoffs?
Literally said that they're probably 2 years away. Said they're probably 2 years away.
I'm good with that, yeah.
Yeah.
That timetable's fine with me, yeah.
They had, at the time, I'm talking about Golden State. Under Mark Jackson, they had the best record that they had in franchise history under Mark Jackson. And then he got out of there, and then Steve Kerr came in, and you know what they say, the rest is, as they say, history.
Correct. I'm good with that timetable.
Remember Monte Ellis?
He was.
And when they saw how Klay could play and how he could shoot, they're like, oh, we don't need to wait. We can get this guy out of here now.
Yep. And I'm hoping the Rockets see that with John Wall and Eric Gordon as soon as possible.
All I'm saying is it might not be exact pedigree, but it's a chance, Willie.
I see that. I'll say something. Because I didn't realize this until Tuesday night. He mentioned Eric Gordon. When did he get an extension? And how did he get an extension?
Daryl Morey said, here, sign this.
Right, that's a Daryl Morey deal there.
Yep.
Because I saw him at the Summer League Tuesday night, and I'm like, okay, son, I knew his contract was up in trade rumors pre-draft. I'm like, okay, maybe last year was deal. And I looked it up. I'm like, no, he just signed a new deal. Like, how?
Yep.
How? Okay, I thought I missed something. I'm like, clearly I did. I'm like, how?
But you know what? You know what that deal leads me to believe? Again, Willie Gibson and Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, Willie Gibson, Will Knows Podcast, and Folks Talking Sports on Sunday with them and Andy Yanez. I don't think that Daryl Morey was planning to leave long-term before he decided to leave. Because he's making deals like that, thinking long-term, we're going to have this nucleus together. I need my sixth man. I need my backup to, should Russ go down and this guy go down and that guy to go down. And then all of a sudden, whatever went sour, it went sour. And Morey was like, I'm out. I want to go spend time with my family. D'Antoni's like, look, before I get off the plane, I'll be on another team. It's like it all came to a head.
When did Tillman begin to butt in?
That's what again, I talked about that with this guy as well. I feel like Tillman butting in made the real basketball people say, I'm out of here. Well, we don't need this.
Daryl's gone. Then Tony left. Tad Brown's gone.
Yep.
I mean, okay. Who's still here?
Right.
Who's still the owner?
Right. And Willie, all joking aside, I feel like you all would have been in that same boat if you had your owner and the GM down there in New Orleans, if those two were still butting heads at one another.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, no GM under Dan Gilbert has gotten a second contract. None. So, he values the position of a general manager. And truth be told, Kobe Altman is going to be the first one to get a new deal. He's going to get an extension.
You think so?
But, oh, yeah. For a number of reasons. But, yeah, he'll get an extension. He'll be the one that Dan Gilbert will bring back. Because unfortunately, Dan Gilbert is dealing with his health issues right now, so he's really not hands-on right now. It's really been the Kobe Altman show and Dan's oldest son. And he's 23, I believe. So, there's, the conversation around the circle, you have a 23-year-old running the Cleveland Cavaliers for qualitative purposes. But Kobe Altman, he's pretty much stuck to a plan. I mean, they went all in.
Yeah.
The 4 years LeBron came back.
Yeah.
I mean, they went all in. And so now it's like, you got to pay the piper. These contracts had to settle. They didn't spend. They had these draft picks. And so now you're starting to see a little bit of a foundation. Like I said, with re-signing Jared Allen and drafting Evan Mobley and Garland and Sexton, I would say, is 50-50 shot now. He's gone by October. And Juber's like, okay, it's great.
Yeah.
Mobley, great job.
Let me ask you, Kris, should Cleveland trade Sexton?
Yes. I'm not convinced he and Winston just fit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't think they really are good complements for each other. Will can speak on it, more. But yeah, I think they should.
First. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's the overall consensus about Sexton and keeping him long term?
There is none. He won't be kept because he's eligible for a max extension, and from reports, that's what these people are asking for. And Cleveland's not going to give it to him. So instead of going to a contract negotiation where they know they want max money, they'll just move it.
Yeah. That's interesting because they were so all in on him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the Rockets and Harden, all in on it. Everything revolved around him. Now you move that guy on, and we saw what it did to Houston. What's that going to do to Cleveland?
I think Cleveland will be fine because of the four others that I mentioned. They just drafted Evan Mobley. They just re-signed Jared Allen. So Darius Garland. Last year, Colin Sexton missed 12 games. I think that's really where they got their mindset, or made up their mind that it's time to move Colin, because those 12 games that Colin missed, Darius Garland, went
balled out.
He had 37 against Chicago.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
So among those 12 games, so when they saw that sample size, it's like, well, he's already asking for max money, and Garland producing pretty much. It was thought that Sexton was holding Garland back, and Garland's going to be the point guard.
Yeah.
So that a combination of a few other things kind of gave them the mindset of, let's go ahead and maximize our return and move him now.
Yeah. Kris, so Dennis Schroeder, obviously.
Has he fired his agent? Has he fired his agent yet?
That's really all he could do at this point. That's really all he could do at this point. How do you see this playing out for him in Boston, where he's going to be the backup to Marcus Smart? And, oh, yeah, by the way, he's got two guys that don't need him trying to do what he tried to do in LA, because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they ain't putting up with that. They're not putting up with that. Not in Boston.
I mean, what was the pitch to him to sign with Boston? Besides, you have no other options. One, yo, man, you come here, be our sixth man when Jason and Jaylen on the bench, you can light it up for 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever. But then once they come back on the floor, you got to fit in. Was that enough for him to sign? I mean, is that it? Is that the pitch to him? Yo, man, you got 8 minutes a game to light it up. I'll take it. Because my agent messed me over by having me turn down a $84 million extension. So, yeah, I'll take this right now and better myself for hopefully next summer that those 8 minutes that I get to freestyle is going to impress somebody next summer so I can get a fat contract.
I have a feeling he's going to be on a couple of one-year deals for the next couple of seasons. I do. I just feel like, this one he had to get because he didn't have any other options, and he's going to get another short-term deal somewhere else where he can, quote-unquote, do his thing. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Please let me get that squared away. I'm just saying he made a bad business decision. Willie, your thoughts?
Same. I mean, he turned down 84 with the hope of securing 120.
Yeah.
And he ended up with 5.9.
Yeah. That's a big that's a big miss.
Big miss.
Yeah.
Fumbled the bag.
Yeah. So. Yeah. He got the little change purse out of the bag. That's what he got.
Right.
Are y'all seeing this video that somebody just sent me? Andre Drummond saving his son from drowning.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, his son goes off on the side of the pool into the water, and Drummond comes out of nowhere and jumps in and lifts his son out. Like his son barely went underwater before Drummond was already in the pool getting baby boy out. And man, I'm just glad that turned out the way it did. There's a lot of kids that unfortunately don't make it during the summertime because of pool accidents and drowning. So do me a favor, keep an eye on your kids. Keep pools locked and covered when they're not attended by an adult or someone who can swim. And man, Andre Drummond really, basketball aside, man, I'm glad that turned out the way that turned out.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Andre Drummond saves his son from drowning. I got to give credit to League Alerts, based in Canada. That's where I just saw it first. So, speaking of Andre Drummond, how'd he come out, Kris Gardner? He's from your neck of the woods. You're near and dear to your heart. What talk to me?
Him going to back up Joel Embiid after Joel Embiid lived rent-free in his head for 3 seasons when Andre was with the Pistons. That surprised me. And they said, oh, we're all good. It's all water under the bridge. Yeah, okay. I mean, Joel Embiid just destroyed Drummond every time they played. Well, head-to-head, because sometimes Joel, bad back, missed some games, whatever, but Drummond just was a shell of himself when they did face each other in those Pistons-Sixers games. And Drummond going to be a backup says something to me. I mean, okay, you continue being a backup to a man who's probably, when he does play, going to play 35, 36 minutes a game. So, okay, I mean, when you run out of options, you do strange things, apparently.
So are we saying that he wasn't invited back to the Lakers?
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Willie, your thoughts on Drummond going to Philly?
It confused me for a number of reasons. One, as I said, why would you go back up and B? And then two, when he was in Cleveland, the conversation was Charlotte was after him, Brooklyn was after him, Dallas was after him. And if that's true, you signed a 1-year vet minimum with Philly to be a backup. Charlotte let Cody Zeller go to Portland. And from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't see that they signed a big ticket spot. So why not go to Charlotte? I mean, to go back up and B for the vet minimum is baffling.
I mean, if there was again, I had to learn the hard way. You don't take minutes away from your star. You find minutes somewhere else. But if there's a way that they can balance those minutes and you get a reasonably healthy Drummond, that's a better 1-2 punch than some of what they got with Dwight Howard. Yeah.
Andre Drummond could be better if he would just agree to fit in.
I got you.
And stop trying to do more than he's capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
He is not a shooter. He's a good passer. He's better passer than people realize, but he doesn't know it enough. He needs to stop gambling on defense. Move his feet. Stop reaching, for steals and just getting out of position, things like that. And just play your role. Accept your role.
Got it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Accept your role.
Yeah.
And shine in your role.
Yeah. Well, that's what we saw in Milwaukee. We saw guys who stayed in their role and played their role to the best of their ability, especially Connaughton.
Year in, year out.
Yeah.
The championship team is filled with guys like that or women like that.
Yeah.
Players who shine and start in their role, accept their role, and they start in their role.
Bobby Portis, same thing, man. Came in and played his role to the T. All right, so Willie, I'm gonna go with you first. Biggest surprise off season, free agency or draft, NBA.
Yeah, it was DeRozan, 3 years, 85 to Chicago.
Yeah,
that's a good bag. We just talked about Dennis Schroeder fumbling it, so they threw $85 million at him when it was talk that I never believed he would take mid-level exceptions to go home and play in LA with Bron, but they threw $85 million at him. That was a shock. That was a surprise. After they gave 80, Alonzo.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree with both of those. Those two were high on my list. Have they cleared those trades yet? I know the NBA was looking into.
They're official. They're done.
Yeah. Official. All right, Kris, how about you? Biggest off season, either draft or free agency, NBA.
DeMar getting that money, getting that bag is huge. I'm not sure what the Spurs are doing. Mr. Spurs fan, AJ, you tell me what the Spurs are doing with their draft choices. I don't. Who was it? Josh Primo going so high? Okay, no one had him going that high, rated that high.
Yeah.
Only takes one. Only takes one team to believe in you.
Yeah.
So, brother AJ, because I know my man Will listened to it already. Did you have a chance to listen to my podcast that I sent to you this morning, sir?
I have not. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Because Will, since you're with us, my chip on my shoulder is, if we can talk about it for the topic, is the players, the media, trying to buy in, trying to pump up this, asking players every year. So do you feel like is there a chip on your shoulder because you weren't the first pick in the draft?
Oh, wow.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder because you were drafted 24th? I mean, AJ, there are 60 spots in the draft.
Yep.
59 of those dudes probably thought they should have gone higher.
Right.
The only one who didn't think that was number one pick.
Right.
But every year, so player X, is there a chip on your shoulder for not going higher in the draft? Well, yeah, you gotta think about it. Yeah, I'm upset, man. I'm fired up, man. They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay every time I face them. They're gonna pay. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, be happy you got drafted.
Right.
Be happy with the team that picked you. Josh Christopher, Rocket, was asked this question. My man picked 24th. Josh said, chip on your shoulder. Josh with a great answer. I'm in the right spot where I'm supposed to be. I'm with the team that wanted me. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say.
Yep. Yep.
These players I was the best in the workouts. Okay. And I should have gone higher than him. And the media eats this stuff up.
Yeah.
What is the player supposed to say? Man, my workout stunk. I'm surprised that I got drafted. I don't even know why they even picked me. It was awful, man. I couldn't make a shot. I was just trash. I was just awful. And they picked me third. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. All right. I mean, supposed to say?
Just know this for a fact. If ever I get a woo, thank you, Jesus, I'm going in. Y'all gonna see me bucking and shaking and just I'm going in. I'm telling you now.
Boy.
Willie, let me let you respond to that, and then I'm gonna come back, Kris. I gotta get on my old school soapbox when after Willie. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, I mean, at least I heard it this morning, and he was spot on. I mean, everybody thinks they should have got higher, except number one. You know, but to have a chip, you should come into the league with a chip on your shoulder, not because of your draft position, because you got to prove it. You're a rookie. You need to come in and prove that whatever pick you were is justifiable. You have to do something to justify that team's faith in you by selecting. Period. So yes, it's lazy journalism. I can say it like that.
That's what it is. It's a lazy narrative.
And that's where I was going to go. You don't have those newsrooms and production meetings anymore where someone of authority says, that's a dumb question. Like, tell me where you're going with that.
Yes.
Because it really, unless I can understand where you're going with that, we don't want to go there. And, you got folks that are doing it all now. They set up their own camera. They do their own editing. They upload their own audio and video and all of that. And very rarely do you have someone who catches it before it goes out. And again, get off my lawn. I'm not being that old school dude, but that's what the newsroom, media room, production meetings, that's what those look like. Tell me what you're getting ready to say. Let me hear the audio before nah, we ain't running that. You don't have that anymore. And now, because no one told that person that ain't the smartest question, they're going to keep asking it over and over again because they got a few clicks. They got a few likes. One of their homeboys said, oh, man, that was a great question. No, it's not. You're just my homeboy, and quietly, you want my job. So, yeah, man, that's where I am with it. Again, I'm not trying to be the old dude. I ain't saying get off.
I am.
You don't have that anymore. And then on the other end of the spectrum, and yeah, John McClain, I'm coming for you. You got old farts like John McClain from the Houston Chronicle that nobody checks him. Nobody checks him. Nobody says, John, please. And he thinks that those kind of questions are funny and, smart and brilliant. I'm John McClain, I can get away with them, but it's not. And just because you asked it doesn't mean you should have. And just because you did doesn't mean you should keep doing it.
We had on a I think it was before Jalen was drafted. No, it might have been at the Rockets introductory press conference introducing Jalen, Josh, and Şengün. I had a question from a media person asking Jalen what he thinks Kobe Bryant would say to him if he were alive today. Jalen was like, huh? So the person repeated the question. And Jalen's like, what do I think Kobe would say to me if what advice would Kobe say to me if he were alive today? I guess keep working hard. I mean, what kind of question is that?
I mean, it's like the guy that was asking JaVale McGee, is your mom still alive? Like, yes. JaVale, what kind of question is that? Where you go? Dude, that's just really weird.
And this person's a youngster.
Yeah, I get it.
And he had been taught better.
Yeah, I get it.
But really?
I'm just gonna hush because the major sports networks or major sports franchises here in town, they're gonna give a lot of credentials to 3 outlets.
Yes. And I believe he's at one of those outlets.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what is this that you're asked? And let me say, when I was younger and around his age, I had some dumb questions.
Oh, yeah.
But I learned, and I had some colleagues.
That part.
Say, man, where are you going with that? What are we trying to do with that? Don't ask that. Especially in a group setting. Don't ask that question, man. That's not a good question to ask.
And I'm not trying to say this in a bad way. That's where we miss Max Edison.
Yes.
Because Max isn't going to pull any punches. Max ain't going to worry about your feelings. Max is gonna say, "The hell were you thinking about?
Yep.
Why'd you ask that?"
Yep.
And mean it, and we'll look for an answer. Doc, don't do that anymore. Don't do. If you want to know this, then ask this, but don't do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Willie, I mean to leave you out of that, man. If you ever get a chance, look up Max Edison, man. He ain't Ralph Cooper, but he is definitely one of the best to come out of this area.
Will do.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I gotta get ready to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about something that maybe you guys don't want to talk about, but stay right there because we're gonna do it next, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM. Streaming live, KYOKradio.org. We'll be right back.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now
AJ,
get a remote patient
check the private chat.
to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours. Any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760. If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. We know this is a hard time for you, and this fund has been set up by the federal government to help ease your pain. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. All legal fees are only covered once you receive your money. So if you've lost a loved one due to COVID-19, call the legal helpline right now to find out if you qualify for a cash award. Here's our number: 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. That's 800-876-7047. Paid for by the IPG Law Group.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Todd Delaney, and right now you're listening to the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show with AJ.
Thank you, Todd Delaney. Y'all know Todd Delaney used to play minor league baseball before he started worshiping all around the world. You don't even know who he is, do you, Chris Gardner?
I do not.
Todd Delaney. I'll send you some Todd Delaney music. I know Willie Gibson does. Willie, you know who Todd Delaney is, don't you?
I'm not.
Look up the clip, Victory Belongs to Jesus.
Got it.
Okay.
Not my name. Perhaps if I heard that, I would.
Yep. Yeah, that's Todd Delaney.
Okay.
Todd said, I thought I was going to play baseball all around the world in front of great stadiums, and now I'm worshiping all around the world in front of large stadiums. So I think I did a bad job pre-selling this before the break. I don't know. I forgot who I was talking to. I'm talking to two good brothers. So I know y'all ain't going to have no problem talking about this. Becky Hammond says it's huge and it's important. It's something that can't be checking the box. You have to hire the best person. Half the world's population hasn't been tapped for their mind and ability and skill set in the sports world. It's something that needs to change. Becky's saying, don't hire me if you're just trying to say you were the first to hire a woman coach.
She's right on. Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
You know, hire her because you think she's the best person for the job.
Yeah.
You know, it's 2021.
Yep.
There are so many folks who have gotten jobs and positions based on who they know rather than their qualifications, how they look, rather than their qualifications. We're still dealing with that.
Yep.
There are folks in this town who are in positions ain't more qualified than me, you, Will, got jobs because of what I just said. Still going on.
Yeah.
And some of these folks they appeal to the lowest common denominator because they can, because that appeals to a certain market and they get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm not selling my soul just to appease you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and that has rubbed some folks the wrong way. I've been independent 28 years. It's been a struggle, still is a struggle, but I'm going to keep pressing forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing what I do, believing in what I believe in, working with people who agree with my vision, like Will, like AJ, like Andy, Tamer, Kim, AD. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be all right.
Yeah, I was with AD the other day, by the way, man. Spoke very highly of you.
He told me that y'all talk. So that's cool, man. So yeah.
Willie, your thoughts?
Agreed. I mean, it's beyond everything Kris said. I echo. It's beyond, as well as Becky Hammond. Can't just check a box anymore. And honestly, when I saw her statements, and I heard you read them again, it got me thinking about Portland. And they talked to Dawn Staley, but they hired Chauncey Billups. I'll say that again. They talked to national championship winning, Olympic gold medal winning head coach Dawn Staley, but they hired Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
I don't clearly, was that a box checking in reverse? Because on credentials alone, Dawn Staley by far, and this is no shade at or eclipse or black hole at Chauncey Billups, but Dawn Staley, you hired Chauncey Billups? Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And that's, we're not even talking about Chauncey's, the rumors about Chauncey in the past.
Yeah.
We're talking about credentials and qualifications.
Right.
Right.
And, Chauncey was the leader of that third title team in Detroit. Know that. Respect him for that. But in terms of qualifications and experience, coaching, and accomplishments compared to Dawn Staley, not even close.
Yeah.
Experience compared to Becky Hammond, not even close. But you had somebody in Portland who was friends, associates in Neil O'Shea with Chauncey, who made the hire. There's a woman who writes the checks in Portland, and somehow she got outranked in making this decision because I think there was one rumor days before Chauncey was hired that Becky was going to get the job because that woman in charge wanted Becky Hammond, and then somehow Chauncey gets the job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's bizarre. And then, of course, all of the backstory with Chauncey. They chose to go that route.
Yeah.
Once again, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, I'm working on something with that Chauncey story. It dawned on me that Chauncey getting that opportunity was in the works long before it ever happened. And I'm not saying specifically that job, I'm saying a job. And his people played the long game.
Oh, yes.
With Chauncey. And man, when I tell you they waited and waited and waited and probably looked at other opportunities that never hit the news. But when by the time they pulled the trigger on that deal for Chauncey, they had done all their work. And again, Becky and Dawn got caught in that. So the next question becomes, so who gets off the snide? Who says, I'm not checking a box, I'm hiring the best coach available? Because I you know me, y'all stay out of this. Don't mess up your credentials fooling with me. It blows my mind that everybody's okay with a man coaching in the WNBA and women's college basketball, but it is some type of unicorn to have a woman coaching in the NBA or men's college basketball. I don't get it. Is that who we are in 2021? Because if we are, just let me know.
Apparently, we still are.
That's who we are.
If the Spurs don't name Becky Hammon to replace Pop, she ain't getting the job.
I'm with you on that.
She ain't getting the job. You
No,
know,
I'm with you on that. And I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm done with all my black and silver. If that's the case, if y'all done had this lady there all this time, Pop finally steps away, and you go with somebody else, and it ain't Becky Hammon. Yeah, you've been lying for a long time. Yeah, you've been lying for a long time. So Willie, who does the right thing?
I think that's it, and I could be totally wrong, but Pop could step away before the beginning of this season, and I think he may wait until the last minute to ensure Becky Hammon takes over for him. I don't know anything. I haven't talked to anyone. Just educated guess on my part.
You know, I hope you're right. I think you might be right. Once he got the gold medal, there's nothing left for him to accomplish in coaching.
Doesn't he need a couple of more wins to be the all-time winningest NBA head coach?
Maybe. I'm not sure about the numbers. But Pop does not seem to be that kind of person that cares about that.
I agree.
He could be wrong about that, you know. Yeah. But that part, I think, as a military person, win a gold medal, you know, leading the team to a gold medal, I think is more important to him than most victories as a coach. But I think you might be right on that. Come training camp, Spurs begin training camp, should be next month. That Pop announces that he's stepping away, and Becky Hammon is going to be the new head coach of the Spurs. In terms of college, I don't know, because Dawn Staley's not going to leave where she is to coach a men's team. I don't see that because she is in a great spot at South Carolina. You know, administration supports her, successful. She's a champion, all those things. So I don't know where she will want a challenge on the college level. I think an NBA job would be another challenge for her. And I'm struggling to, you know, we do have some women who have been assistant coaches in the NBA.
Right.
But one of them, and I forget her name right now, she went back, she left Cleveland. Help me out, Will. She left Cleveland and went back to, she's now head coach of USC women's team.
Oh.
Lindsey Gottlieb. I think that's right. Isn't that right?
Lindsey Gottlieb, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, let me throw this in real quick. Don Nelson winning as head coach, 1335. Lenny Wilkins, 1332. Greg Popovich, 1310.
He could get that this season.
Yeah.
May not get much more than that, than
right.
What 26, 30, whatever it is.
Active head coaches, Greg Popovich, 1310. Doc Rivers, 992. And Rick Carlisle, 836. So, I mean, I know that he's not big into that kind of stuff, but he's in rare air. Like and he's so far ahead of everybody else that if there's anything left for him to do, it would be that and win another chip. And I don't think he needs another chip because he's got how many?
5, yeah.
5. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, if the Spurs don't hire Becky Hammon, bruh, I don't want to hear about nobody else. I don't. I don't want to hear nothing else San Antonio.
Agreed. And I think Carol Lawson should be added to that list too.
I agree.
As potential woman coach, be a head coach in the NBA.
Yeah.
At some point, I think she might get a shot as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Willie, anything else on that? I got one more thing I want to go to before we gotta go.
Not on that, but just real quick on Chauncey Billups, he was offered the vice president of basketball operations job in Cleveland a few years back. And then Dan Gilbert, the Detroit connection, chose to decline that. So as you said, it's been in the works with him and his people for a while to get him in the league, coaching or front office.
Yeah, because for a while, his first aspiration was to be a GM. Yep. When he was in TV, he wanted to go from TV to be a GM, general manager.
Yeah.
And I think some folks said, "Say, man, you need some experience, man. Slow down." But yeah.
Although James Jones is doing an amazing job.
Sure is.
Doing an amazing job. And I love it. And by the way, that's another one of LeBron's guys. I ain't saying nothing, just saying. Why is George Karl getting a pass on being a donkey's rear end?
What did he say?
Let me
or tweet, whatever.
Let me pull it up.
Petty.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Yeah,
because I missed the, he made a comment like I guess after the fact, so I don't know what he said.
Straight petty crap.
Yeah, so Carmelo tweeted. This is one thing that keeps me up at night. It motivates me because I don't have it. I want that experience. Talking about an NBA championship. And then Karl comes in unprovoked and says, and it kept our coaching staff up at night a decade ago when we were stressing the importance of team play and defense.
Okay.
Willie, I'll let you go first. We only got a couple of minutes.
Patty, I mean, it keeps him relevant. We're talking about him. Who talked about George Karl on Monday?
Yeah, but you know what? I want to talk about him in the worst possible ways possible. I know I'm supposed to love one another as he loved me, and I know I'm supposed to treat my neighbor better than myself and all that kind of stuff. But he needs this smoke. He needs somebody to pull him aside and say, sit your tail down somewhere. That or get therapy.
Yeah, that's petty. But if he's telling the truth about receiving death threats because of those comments, that's going too far as well.
Wishing at least
so yeah, but
a reasonable mind, nobody's wishing death on him. But in the words of the head coach of Arizona State University football team,
for now,
don't hit send.
Yeah, he's head coach for now because he's in trouble too.
He's got the job right now.
So
yeah, don't hit send.
Yeah, don't hit send. That's true. And like Will said,
all your homeboys, man, can you believe what Melo said? Remember what all we went through with him? That's between you and your people.
Just keep it between you and your folk. Twitter.
My thing, players do stuff like this, and they are the worst people in the world. Former coaches do stuff like this. Is like, well, I guess he's right. No, he isn't.
Yeah.
No, he's petty. He's trifling, and he needs to sit down somewhere.
Yeah, he's petty.
All right, Kris, tell everybody where they can find you.
HoustonRoundballReview.com, Houston Roundball Review on Instagram and YouTube, Twitter, the HR Review. Part of the trio show, live streaming show, Folks Talking Sports, me, Andy Yanez, and Willie Gibson. This Sunday will be at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. One of my mentees, Tamara Knight, will be on the show. She's going to talk about working for NBC Sports and covering the Olympics. So looking forward to her being on with us, 5:30 p.m. Folks Talking Sports. It's been received very positively so far, we're looking to continue that.
It's a good show. It's a very good show.
It's because of you, brother. It's because of you.
I love it. No, all joking aside, it's a great show. Willie Gibson.
Sure. Appreciate the opportunity as always. Will Gibson 7 on Twitter and Instagram. Will Knows Facebook page, and as my esteemed colleague to my right said, Folks Talking Sports, Sunday, 5:30 Central.
Yes, sir.
Keep asking because I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I keep in mind right 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern.
Correct. Yes, sir.
You might need to relocate down here to Texas. That might help you out a little.
That too, Will. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, love you guys, man. Y'all be safe out there. All right.
Love you, bro. Take care.
Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Got to get ready to go. Of course, we got Donnie McClurkin with the Donnie McClurkin Show up next. Latest in gospel music. He'll give you that. And then, as always, I'll be back tomorrow with Freestyle Friday. Got a special guest going to be joining me. Special birthday we'll be celebrating tomorrow. So y'all be sure and tune in for that. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wash your hands, wear your mask where you're supposed to. Be sensitive to folks around you. Consider getting vaccinated, whatever you do. When you see racism and bullying, kill it. Not the people or the person, but the racism and the bullying. How do you do it? Don't let it go by without saying something about it. All right, y'all. All right, be blessed. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Y'all take care.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston. Are you ready?
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. Really enjoyed my brothers dropping in on me. Again, y'all, not this, definitely this. Prairie View, a lot of love to y'all. Y'all be safe up there. We'll be seeing y'all in some of these football games this year. Take care.